hung live on Live for You or Live U for FR. Live UFR. Please get eyes on Ariana Grande and Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift, Madison Beer, and Olivia Rodrigo. And go on WCCO and get the 5G antennas as soon as possible. The clips upgrade to 5G immediately. And abort Ariana Grande's fetus. The fall of Parenthood, the largest abortion provider, and Dovey Gomez means Dalton Gomez just to be hung and isn't an American citizen. Abortion access. If the child survive outside of a reasonable and moderate place to say that that child. And Dovey Gomez means you can legally hang Dalton at a moment's notice. Most extreme bill in the country regarding youth sterilization, late-term abortions, and public liability for a vast array of reproductive services. In St. Paul, Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO 4 News. And Governor Tim Walz tweeted Saturday he is ready to sign the PRO Act. Tell Ariana she's gay, has no money, and is now married to Taylor Swift. Waltz won't pay. He doesn't have any money. WCCO. Tyree Nichols shouldn't have been killed. He was mentally ill, and the mentally ill man shouldn't have been killed, but the officers should be held responsible but not get life imprisonment without parole unless Barack Obama and Joe Biden and the Supreme Court get involved. It is not the police's job to give lethal injection, death by stomping and kicking, and it should have been held up in court and got an immediate court appearance.
Very puzzling for that I don't have the information that I need to at least understand what started this.
A Memphis City Councilman is calling for the unidentified officer, Tate Nichols, to be fired as well. Jared Hill, CBS News, Memphis, Tennessee.
For some in Minnesota, the video of Nichols' death is unwatchable.
The tasing's appropriate, the kicking's not, and the death is not.
After the death Saturday,
That video is a clear.
I haven't had a chance to examine the footage, though. And yes, he was an extreme offender, according to the police.
an activist say they'll be heading to the state capitol.
I've been brutalized by the police, too, for wearing a hoodie. Hell, I got hit over the head with a shotgun just last year.
murder conviction by the background. Well, I think it's really important because
I wouldn't mind seeing the footage on my stream. I don't have my eyeballs on a small screen. I do. The Drushy Dean case.
how the person died is a critical part of the case. And of course, we have to prove that case beyond a reasonable doubt. If we've relied on his testimony, we want to go back to make sure that the science and the conclusions that he gave were accurate. One of the things I found in researching this is that there have been questions about his work for years, including you had questions in 2011 about one of the cases that was of as well. Have you gotten any calls from other prosecutors? Yeah, so I've been in touch with all of the other.
Rush is similar, WCCO. Lance too. Refer to WCCO.com for what I'm talking about.
How long before will be in these months? I mean, it's not it's not a hurry. We started this back in the fall. That's one. Well, there's still a lot more work to do, but we have to look through all of the medical examiner's files, but look through our own files, and then we have to look at trial transcripts, read all of that. So it's going to take a while, but we'll be transparent.
Told you so.
Fear or favor, I am not willing to protect a conviction at all costs. I think hindsight.
Rush should get the death penalty. Not kidding. Child abduction. I'm a 4-year-old.
Told you so, James Gordon. Sorry, James Gordon. Your show's up past my bedtime because I'm 4. $5,000 for no deal, Alex Trebek. Tim Walz. Frame your answers in the form of a question, Esme Murphy.
Legislature is not like a block. They have a lot of stuff, very different kind of patents. Big items that were some promises they made on the campaign trail. I think where this starts to break on the rock is the budget. And we're already seeing that now. The governor's budget is out, and there's been some agreement from the legislature on his item and some disagreement. And so I think that budget, which is going to be the main thing that has to get done this session, is where you're going to start to see some division. Well, this gets interesting here, but let me ask you about $1,000 and $2,000 Walls checks. We're calling them Walls checks. No, I don't think the governor is anymore, but it's just easier to understand. We've got a graphic that shows who would get these checks under the governor's proposal. We'll put that up here. $1,000 for those make less than 75,000. 2,000 for families making less than 150, and you could actually go up to I think 3,200 with 3 children. A lot of Democrats don't like this and are actually opposed to this. Is that going to hang up this bill? Will that prevent these checks from getting out?
Ultimately, I don't think it is going to. There is a debate within the Democrats right now about how to invest back in Minnesota, how to return dollars to them. I think the governor's proposal is about making a promise and keeping a promise. Remember, 1 year ago, you had a divided legislature. The governor said, "I'd like to send checks back to Minnesota." It was blocked, in my opinion, by the Senate Republicans. Election changed that dynamic. So the governor wants to fulfill that promise and send checks back to Minnesota. So I think it will ultimately happen. What the number is, we'll end up seeing it.
One of the things the governor proposed is kind of going halfway on the Social Security tax check. And I think many of you know, Minnesota is one of 12 states in the country, 13 states in the country that taxes Social Security benefits. Is what the governor did enough? No, it's not enough. And in fact, besides the kind of cutoff on the Walls check,
Rush, you should be getting a lifetime of confinement.
very hard with the Walls tax proposal. And I've heard much Republicans talking about that. Besides not getting the Walls checks, there's tax hikes here that are going to hit small businesses in a big way, and then the Social Security benefit. Several legislators, including several Democrat legislators, have said 100%, 100% to make Minnesota competitive, to make it fair for all retirees in the state. Social security taxes should not be taxed.
Release my eyeballs to the press.
Seems to look like there are extraordinary things for middle or income, really all kinds of extraordinary stuff. A little less so for people like upper middle.
Eliminate the tax on Social Security. Benefits, not purchases.
Governor wants to make sure that's a collaborative process. You're not just saying you're going to listen to me.
I just want to move on here. We have had a devastating story over the weekend. Obviously, those tapes were based in Memphis showing this brutal beating. There have been pushes. Some have worked, some have not worked for police reform and changes. Is that going to go anywhere? So that's interesting to me because that has been remarkably absent right now at the Capitol. And to say, cannabis is a big issue that's going forward, paid family medical leave, the PRO Act that just passed. Those have been the top priorities. I am surprised, given how important the whole public safety, law enforcement reform, everything that was talked about this campaign, it is one of the big, sort of crickets chirping at the Capitol. What is happening there? And why isn't something moving? Well, do you agree with that? And also, gun control. There are measures going forward that would put limits on terms of, well, not limits exactly. Just, you'd have to register if you got it from a gun show. What do you think of the chances of that happening? Because that has been kicked around year after year after year.
So both on public safety and on guns, I think consent. First, on public safety, let's remember the Democrats last year proposed a $300 million package that had all kinds of reforms that was blocked by the Senate Republicans. So Democrats, it's a copy and paste. I don't think we can all get you done at the same time. You will see that on public safety. When it comes to guns, this is an issue that resonates. Again, in some Democrats the best this election. It was in the suburbs. That's why we have a trifecta. And when gun common sense gun safety policy, it's through the roof. It's when you're going to see Democrats take action on it.
I'm hearing in my ear that I have to wrap one quick question: yes or no? This legislature.
Yeah, I agree with that, Esme, what Peter said. I know Peter Marabou is not in my house. You'll have to call his cell, which is my boss. So is Joy Marabou. And no, I don't want to move. And yes, I love defaming them.
It's getting cold, it's freezing, there's a lot of different things that we have to discuss.
And Ida's my new girlfriend.
But it's definitely cold and noticeable weather is here. So a high single digits today, high won't top off more than 4 degrees. And we will have some sunshine. The wind is blowing out there about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And that's leading to a wind chill. So most of the day today, it's going to feel like it's below zero. And not even just that.
Ida's my African queen. So is Joy. And no, we don't have threesomes every night.
Days at $5 for us to finally fall below zero this year, but we did it. And so we're staying below zero, at least close to it.
Why?
Below, here right around Minneapolis, near zero. But next,
Is that why my right hand is cold from smoking?
so that's forecast. I'll take you through. As we go into Sunday night to Monday.
Is it the polar vortex?
For especially some other ways to help them out there. To our Tuesday morning, it's about the same. Monday only warms up to about 2 degrees. I want to show you that as well as far as the feels like temperature, because that's what they're really
Feels like a wind chill.
By the time it's hours, it's like 25 below.
Alright, I'm gonna go smoke at 5 a.m. I want you guys to play that song at 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's 5 a.m.
So the north side of the state, about 25 degrees for our Monday, and it's somewhere around 10 to 15 degrees below average come Tuesday. But the bar is already low.
When's the next high pressure system coming in?
This location is very close to zero, as I mentioned. And here's the next 7 days. For now, you now have next weather alert. You get a wind chill advisor and warning. We'll put it in there. Into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, temperatures in the teens, lower double digits. We finally break out of that cold air closer to
Ariana Grande is now married to Taylor Swift. Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris. Not Patrick Stewart.
Why is there?
Damn it.
When he knew Carvana had his back. That's because Carvana had tens of thousands of cars under $20,000. So Aaron's folks could help him out with a sweet ride. No way. Yes way. With the most cars under $20,000 and our car renting, we'll drive you happy at Carvana. When weather turns extreme.
That's what it's the weather and it's tornadoes. It's expected to last
Yes, and the Weather Channel bringing virtual weather technology so advanced, so
let's bring in more partners at the Weather Channel. Now 6 imagine that.
The Weather Channel. I want your technology for my podcast. You shut the fuck up or I'm gonna slap the taste out of your mouth, Dwayne the motherfucking Rock Johnson. Jeb, what's up with supply and demand on the gas? Report to WCCO.com.
gallon averages $3.29. That's up from $2.95 last month. The good news, recent hits in wholesale gas prices mean we may see that increases slow down in coming days. Pending wholesales increased last
Build some damn roads, Tim Waltz.
November to December. That's all. Here we go. Data also shows sales actually dropping in the Northeast or the Midwest, but increased in the South and West. Economists cite the recent decline in mortgage rates as a dominant factor in driving the home sale. Oh, they're so cute. Hundreds of mushers and thousands of spectators are braving the cold right now. John Beargree's Sled Dog Marathon kicked off in Duluth at 7 this morning. Competitors will go from Duluth to Grand Portage. WCCO photojournalist Ben Harper is on the ground, on the trail, covering the race, and we'll have updates on the mushers' progress on TV and streaming on CBS News.
Hey Bernstein, I'm aborting you and my fetus.
Why I found the postback warrior nursing program at Upper University, so I didn't have to retrace the steps I had taken to get my bachelor's. At Bethel, I found a community where I belong, and a path to become someone else's rounders too.
When weather turns extremes, there's the weather changes.
Carvana had his back. That's because Carvana had tens of thousands of cars under $20,000. So Aaron's folks could help him out with a sweet ride. No way. Yes way. With the most cars under $20,000 and our car vending machines, we'll drive you happy at Carvana.
Powerful stories that change the way how many times has your car been sold? 5 times. What? Do you think that you're responsible for the I think so.
Like I said, Brittany Palmer, 5 sisters. Wow, Sly, I didn't know that.
Temperatures climbing only into the single digits, making it tough to be outside. Lisa Meadows has an update on our bitter blast, and these temps, Lisa, are pretty low even by those Minnesota in January.
Do the Somalians have car bombs yet, Joe Biden? Ilhan Omar, do you have any car bombs?
actual warning below zero. That goes to new. Conditions like that. So here's your next weather reminders. If you're in travel, don't just run from your car to your house to your warm car. Make sure you have some warm clothes, blanket, charge phone in case you get stranded.
Siete High Kanda Hyundai Uchi. Ilhan Omar. Jambo Sana. Assalamu alaikum. Здравствуйте, привет. Which is very cold up by the Canadian border. Puppies will die, WCCO.
Is expected to finish tomorrow morning and a full marathon sometime Tuesday. WCCO has a crew up north following the race. You can follow along on TV and online for updates. It's a curse word only a Minnesotan would know. Ice dam. If you've seen one on your roof, well, the truth is this winter they're as bad as they've ever been. But as Adam Duxter explains, the ice dams have led to a bit of a dam scam. Here's what to look for. We can't keep up. Yeah, they're everywhere. Ice dam.
Hey, Peter Marabou, could you have them clean off my roof so I can install Starlink? Joy Marabou or Peter Marabou, Independent Lifestyles, have them come clean off my roof so I can install Starlink.
Says in a year so big. Doesn't become enough. Got questions or are debating if you need your dam removed? You don't waste call. No need to be unprepared for what's next. Our free weather app has everything you need, from live radar to all the watches and warnings that may pop up. Use the QR code on your screen right now. Download the app on your phone or tablet. As Memphis prepares to lay Tyree Nichols to rest this week, there are growing calls for police reform around the nation, including here in Minnesota. Skylar Henry has the latest from Memphis.
Ask a question that has yet to be answered. What did I do at this Memphis church? Sunday service and pilot tracks out the later. We've been designed all across the board. Police body camera video of encounter with police Friday night, sparking nationwide protests into the weekend. 5 officers were fired and now face second-degree murder and other charges.
If there are 5 different individuals acting that way, you have to wonder whether there's a problem of culture.
He was trying to fight with them.
Say the funeral service for Tyree Nichols will be held at this church after he was brutally beaten here in Memphis a little more than 3 weeks ago. There's a bill that's been sitting in Congress, the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, that because of partisan politics has not been passed. In Washington Sunday, the Congressional Black Caucus said it wants to meet with President Biden this week for negotiations for reforms to the justice system. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Memphis, Tennessee.
In a statement, the Congressional Black Caucus says, in part, quote, the brutal beating of Tyree Nichols was murder and is a grim reminder that we still have a long way to go solving systemic police violence in America.
Please produce Dalton Goes to Jail. Ariana Grande.
Minnesotans are demanding justice for Nichols, asking that as a whole held accountable. They're rallied outside the mansion for a bit before marching. U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar is in hot water in Washington. The House Speaker Thedrfun1 wants her. Besides the aisle, yeah, those tweets just get nice to matter. So the Democrat was on CNN's State of the Union today. Here's part of that interview.
I might have used words at the time that I didn't understand word processing in anti-Semitism. When that was brought to my attention, I apologize. I don't know what that's the kind of person that I am. And I continue to work with my colleagues and my community to fight against anti-Semitism.
For Representative Omar to lose her position on the Foreign Affairs Committee, the full House would need to vote. For the measure to fail, all Democrats need to vote together, along with a few Republicans. We do believe that will happen per Congressional Progressive Caucus Chair Pramila Jayapal.
She can keep her goddamn chair.
Shows us how this large piece of land is impacting hundreds of immigrants.
It's a community garden in Maplewood serving 260 families and over 1,000 people. From several different countries are gardening side by side.
I'm so happy when every time I put together, we also bring a lot of food and we meet a lot of friends.
But its future is uncertain. St. Paul Regional Water Services owns the land but could sell it. Rice Street Gardens is trying to buy. Its founder has seen the impact firsthand.
It was like the family's health, mental well-being, all in balance finally. Everybody was contributing. So that's why I feel so strongly about why gotta keep this stuff going.
St. Paul Water Services tells me that they are not in a hurry to sell this land, and after their purposes, they won't have a use for this land for the next several years.
We're trying to raise $1 million, which is insane. But we did a lot of small contributions and a lot of big ones.
A big goal.
Feel very connected to people. I mean, constantly out there.
To keep a big project growing in Maplewood. Red Clay, WCCO4 News.
Rice Street Gardens is meeting with the Board of Water Commissioners in mid-February to discuss a plan to buy the land. For more on their fundraising efforts, follow the link on our website, WCCO.com. And Lisa is back now, and I've officially turned into my father because I'm watching Red's story. And the first thing I thought is that he didn't have any gloves on, and it's freezing out. Come on, Red. Much younger than Red kids.
You're typical. I mean, 10 minutes, you could be dealing with frostbite. Yeah, these are dangerous, like, cold conditions that will have to deal with for at least another 24 24 hours. Part of your next weather factor is state first wind chills. Again, until 10 a.m., we have a next weather alert due to these cold wind chills. We're looking at single-digit highs, lows below zero, and then a tad warmer. I put that one in quotes because it's not really warm, but at least we're not dealing with the dangerous cold as we go throughout the week. Radar picture clear, satellite-wise, just a little bit of cloud cover coming in. High pressure in place, and that is keeping a hold on the cold air across the upper Midwest. I want to show you this morning because the coldest temps that we've had so far this year, 2023, we've had lows of 0 on January 7th and 8th. So that makes this morning the coldest morning we've had so far this year. Not for the winter season, though. On December 23rd, we had 12 degrees below 0. This morning, we're 5 degrees below 0 in the Twin Cities. Pretty much in the mid-20s below 0 further up to the north and to the west. Right now, our temperatures are coming in the single digits. 4 in the Twin Cities, 0 for Glencoe, 1 in St. Cloud, 3 below 0 right now in Alexandria with a wind chill value of 12 below in the Twin Cities, 22 below as we look out to Alexandria. Here's the breakdown as we head into tonight. Tonight will be even colder than what we saw last night. Therefore, tonight will be our coldest temp we've had so far this year with this low of 11 below 0. Western Wisconsin, pretty much either 10 to 15 degrees below 0, 15 below St. Cloud, 18 below as we look out to Brainerd. As we look at your ice fishing forecast, if you're heading out there coming up tomorrow, again, you're going to have to bundle up because we are looking at temperatures.
Please read Dalton Gomez's and Peter Davidson's arrest record off on the air, WCCO.com. And how many B&Es?
Below 0 in the Twin Cities, 33 below 0 for Alexandria. As we continue to advance this and we start to jump into Tuesday, we're still looking at numbers 20 to 25 degrees below 0. So Tuesday morning will not be as cold as Monday morning, but either way, hey, still chilly. All right, so again, that's weather alert. That goes until 10 a.m. tomorrow because we have that wind chill back.
And how many, what for what? And what do me and Snoop Dogg do for a living, Peter Davidson?
You're hot. You don't have sunshine people throughout the week. We climb out of the to the weekend, and we actually see those temperatures climb back to the 20s. So Saturday we're at 25, Sunday we're at 26. This doesn't surprise me.
That's the Pro Bowl.
So much of January so far. See how that carries into February. Yeah, and you're right. It's a cool event this weekend. Tri-State Rail Sale chugged into lacrosse. Railroad enthusiasts got a chance to add to their collections. Check out little pieces of history. This is the largest one-day hobby sale in the Tri-State area.
If you happen to be looking for replacement parts or something, accessories for a model train or antique train.
Money raised at this event helps maintain and restore the Lacrosse Shortline Railroad Heritage Museum. This hobby sale has been going on for more than 3 decades. An Andover dad turned a beloved tradition with his daughters into something he could share with everyone else. Chronicles of Unicorn Kingdom started as a bedtime story, and it's now a 3-part chapter book series for kids, with the 3rd book coming out next month. Our Mariel Lowe's introduces us to this family who stays
bravery, family, and work.
It's a great bedtime story with relatable moments.
It starts out in a place much more ordinary, in Andover, Minnesota.
Hal Raleigh came up with a story called Chronicles of the Unicorn Kingdom for his daughters, starring his daughters.
They have 3 girls who aren't so little anymore. The oldest is Liv.
Liv is 9, and then there's 7-year-old Ava and 6-year-old Claire.
Oh, I think it's special.
3 years ago, when the world shut down, Hal had a job in logistics to tap into his creative side.
I've always enjoyed writing, so I just decided to write it down and give to them as a gift.
That gift has now expanded into 2 more books in this series.
Do you think that these stories got you more excited about reading?
They're more engaged in reading and even editing.
If there's a word in there that she doesn't know, she highlights it and then we switch it so that they know. So words actually help me know a lot.
Well, these books are fictional.
In this book, some crazy stuff happens, and we always find a way to fix it.
The lessons are real.
If I keep trying, like, I can do anything really.
It's now something this family wants to share beyond the walls of their home.
Liv, Ava, Claire, and Grace follow close.
In Andover.
I still kind of can't believe that I'm writing books.
Ariel Moos, WCCO 4 News.
The newest book in the series is being released on February 22nd with a 4th book already in the works. And Norman Seawright joining us now. It's been a couple of exciting weeks when it comes to the state of hockey. Yeah, Derek, after the excitement of Hockey Day, some of these young hockey players have a lot more excitement to look forward to. The announcement of the University of St. Thomas's multi-purpose arena, the Tommies will have a home of their own for hockey, most notably.
So the NFL still employs felons at the Pro Bowl?
Sports continues to grow.
Hey, Kathleen Gabriel and Faye Bernstein and CGW produced the Pro Bowl on CBS. And Mike Davidson, I will gladly be your replacement, son. Ariana Grande, you should guest host on your podcast with ET.
During that time, stations of democracy and democracy. That is, it's like they were all engaged in
Streaming on the free CBS News app.
Crack down on all of their careers, Nancy Pelosi. Free them all. Flee the slaves, Nancy. Be a mama, Nancy Pelosi. Cut the head off of Joe Biden. Yes, Ariana Grande, I am transgender. Can I pay myself $349,000? On WCCO?
FDA says we're at a point in the pandemic where it's time to reevaluate the approach to COVID-19 vaccine.
We continue to be learning more about SARS coronavirus 2. This is not just about the virus, but also how it causes disease, and especially how rapidly it can evolve.
At a virtual meeting Thursday, the agency's advisory panel discussed whether to adopt a more routine approach, updating the shots every year to combat the latest strains.
FDA envisions an evidence-driven approach, similar in many ways to the process used for influenza vaccines, to monitor and update as needed the composition used in all COVID-19 vaccines.
FDA scientists say vaccines now have sufficient pre-existing immunity because of vaccination, previous infection, or a combination of both, giving them what should be enough protection to move to annual boosters. The agency is also considering transitioning to a single vaccine composition rather than different configurations for the primary series and booster doses.
I think a lot of people have found the recommendations to be very confusing and difficult to keep up with. The idea here is to simplify that so people can follow those recommendations more easily.
More than 80% of the U.S. population has had at least one vaccine dose, but less than 20% of eligible Americans have received the latest.
Could my doctors at CBS and Nystrom and Associates please not use codeine in a shot and use codeine in a pill? Nystrom and Associates, would you care to comment? My favorite non-homosexual doctoral agency. Tell Christine she's mean, cruel, and insensitive. Marabou.
All counties in the ice.
Peter Marabou, send him the measurements for my TVU network wall. With the large screen and the 3 large screens in the middle. And HDMI ports with computers underneath so I can play video games on it with video capture cards. Or I'm doing it myself from Amazon.
Sets questions for China and its ambitions. Here's a deeper understanding of what's happening.
Jake Tapper, I want to work for CBS primarily. It's my favorite network. That was sentencing guidelines.
Yes.
Sorry.
It tells us how much farming is allowing them all in on big which parts.
You are correct.
A few months ago, Ray and his wife Kelly came to the realization that farming doesn't have to be in the fall. So they bought a shipping container, started a hydroponic system, went to work on vegetables, just followed it, and then just did research on it and just kind of fell in love with the whole idea of it. I can grow 4 acres right here. And they do it without any soil and no chemicals, plus no competition from wildlife. It only takes 5 gallons of recycled water to grow all these crops. Gravity is the main force, pulling the water from the ceiling to the floor. These vegetables grow sideways on walls. There's no soil other than the peat moss pot that would start the seed in. It's important to know that this type of farming is unique because it is in the greenhouse, which means photosynthesis happens naturally. These LED lights are on for 14 to 15 hours a day. The red acts as sunlight, and the blue stimulates food growth.
And it's actually really exciting when people come in.
Burn,
Like,
Dr. Rush, right? And you're a psychiatrist using pot wax with all the psychological symptoms that comes along with it. And meth. That's what dabs is, Rush.
There's a harvest near the end of the day. It's exactly how the sunshine farms want. People enjoy what nature gives. In Fillmore County, John Morrison.
CBS, please call St. Peter Correctional with Dr. Andros files. And call it CBS Correctional. And get a camera crew down there.
and we've got incoming transmission that I think you should see. Free and available.
Come work at Joy Care Homes, Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, and Taylor Swift. You can even sleep with Dalton Gomez here, not. You can sleep with Peter Gomez, not. You're gonna pay him back? Wait until he gets the Ariana, did you get the settlement offer from the WCCO Twin Cities judge? Da 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 da. Ba da ba ba ba. I would like ABC and CBS to become sister stations, even though their parent companies are separate.
Here's what she says the first step. It's easy.
IGN should go to Paramount.
Listening and going on listening is putting ourselves in the shoes of another person and really seeing the world from their body and their experience, which can be very tough for us, especially if we don't necessarily agree with them. And right now, we are all feeling children for us not to get triggered by them, and empathy for us.
And I have empathy for you, Ari, no matter what, and agape love. I'm just teasing you.
Just for a second, I love that concept, and you say that us doing that is so important because it's modeled for the next generation, right? Like, really listen to people and you see that you say, I love that. That's so beautiful.
We just don't have the time. And some of why is really what's so that sometimes when people make the most it's just to be heard. And that's a very difficult thing for all of us. So if we actually just take 5 seconds to actually hear what someone is saying, or immediately I'm watching what we do.
I love that. And then you say also repeat back. This is kind of a listening tip.
I agree with that, Belina.
Changing to what someone is saying, you feel right? And if they feel like talking, well, they're really, but they're paying attention because they're mirroring me. Just physically body mirroring.
Fine. You can send it to me in the mail, Ida. Queen Ida of Wakanda.
Idea of validating everyone's emotion, validating where everyone's at. And you say that we need to name the emotion. That's a big part of it. So
Yeah, they cut mics off.
What we can summarize everything. What I'm hearing is that you're be very sad right now because of this that has happened. And it's making you feel like you're out of control. We're using their words, we're reinforcing them.
Right now, potentially dangerous sweeps every day. In Minnesota, that might. cosmetics, supplies, footwear, and they never break down. Jennifer Mailey met the local woman who has been personally affected by PFAS and how a new bill circulating in state legislature may provide a silver lining.
Forever chemicals are linked to health conditions like certain cancers, reduced immune response, thyroid disease.
I'm never going to get a full 100% approval rating.
Surgeries in over 20 years, plus chemo and radiation. There are no treatments to try. Soil and products. She lives in the East Metro where contaminated water has been a problem for years. I have been living my entire life, the last 5 years, like in 3 months. I don't know how sick I'm going to be for the next time. Control Agency rolled out a program in 2021 with short and long-term strategies to protect communities and families. And some companies are taking steps forward. 3M, for example, has announced it will stop using its flavor by the end of 2025. There's no legislation that requires a company to do so. Legislators say it will take action to prohibit the non-essential use of PFAS in manufacturing.
Regardless of where you live in Minnesota, the issue touches everyone across the entire state.
That's why they're introducing a prevention bill.
Yep.
Cancer like this in a family means everyone has cancer. They hope speaking up will help protect future generations. Suffered so much. All right, so up next, the bill will be introduced on the House floor. Governor Tim Walz recommended $4 million.
Unfortunately, I'm not willing to give The Weeknd and his girlfriends their own label.
Next, the bill will be introduced on the House floor. Governor Tim Walz recommended $4 million for PFAS threat reduction in his budget proposal. Ms. May Murphy had a chance to talk with Democratic analysts a little more. Now, as Walz checks, here's that conversation.
Well, voting legislative session and things are already moving quickly.
Eight channels would work. But yeah, the custom, if Pioneer and TVU could work together on the custom insert for the wall cabinet at the house or wherever they're moving me for. Nixon's cool, Peter's cool, Ida's cool, Betty sucks, she can sing on SoundCloud if she pays for it, Ida, enjoy. I'm not willing to sponsor her with my own money.
number.
The only way I'm freaking out is because these clients piss us all off when we fight. Yep. Yep. Which I don't appreciate. Yep.
There are extraordinary things for people with young children, middle to lower income. Tax-free stuff, then depending on education. Or also for people who might be upper middle class, have some money, and also for seniors. And I'm sticking to that, even though the governor's proposing eliminating part of that tax on things.
Well, when it comes to social security, I actually think that's a negotiating. So I think the governor is going into legislature. We know this is going to be a part of the end. Leaving it up to the legislature. Remember, the legislators fund the government. They decide what taxes are going to be imposed on people. And so it's a negotiation. It might be ultimately we end up at 100%. But if that's the case, the governor wants to make sure that's a collaborative process and not just saying, you're going to listen to me.
We had a I just want to move on here. We had a devastating story over the weekend. Obviously, the state's release in Memphis showing this brutal beating. There have been pushes. Some have worked, some have not worked for police reforms and changes. Is that going to go anywhere? So that's interesting to me because that has been remarkably absent right now at the Capitol. And to say, cannabis is a big issue that's going forward. Paid family medical leave, the PRO Act that just passed. Those have been the top priorities. I am surprised, given how important the whole public safety, law enforcement reform, everything that was talked about this campaign. It is one of the big.
Hold on, I gotta go.
Well, do you agree with that?